Time. Welcome back to Underrated Movies. I'm your guy, I'm your man, Mr. Alton Henry. And today I'm going to talk to you of another. Well, this is not yet. Maybe in the next video. But this is something that I wanted to address when it comes to regarding the question. There aren't really any original movies to come out. There's nothing out there for to really to go see. Most particularly for maybe the Gen Z uh, generation, and well, especially for the theater, and which I have to disagree. Maybe there's something that because I just watched a video from a content creator called named Derek Anderson who covered a story that actress Jenna Ortega mentioned about basically basically regurgitating the same product over and over again and just same old. Which Superman did how much money it made? 200, 300 million dollars right now? Maybe close to four. I heard it's close to 400. Uh, and then you got the third attempt to bring this Fantastic Four back, which congratulations. And I heard it's pretty good. I'm not, okay. And you had a bunch of other sequels and it's just more add-ons and add-ons of the same thing. Eddington came out. And I saw that, and that was good. It is a divisive film, and I might talk about that in another video. But it is something where I think it has to do. Are they producing stuff that are interesting or relatable to Gen Z or to the current generation? And there are original movies out there. It's just they don't get advertised as big as they used to back in the day. Because it has proven back in the day, especially during the 70s, well, 80s and 90s, that sequels pretty much made a lot of money. It made a lot of money during the 2000s. And when a sequel did come out during those times and the previous times, it was rare and they made a lot of money. They burnt everybody out. What's this here? They burnt everybody out. The hell was that? They burnt people out of sequels. One of the biggest sequels that came out, and I'm still disappointed to this day that it bombed, was Blade Runner 2049. And again, the first Blade Runner didn't do too great, but it has a cult following. And is regarded one of the greatest films ever made. I like the sequel better by Denis Villeneuve. And that's a great, amazing film, one of my favorites. And now I think it has been talked about a little bit more, but I don't hear it's a fan favorite with Gen Z. I would like for this film to be exposed a little bit more to the generation, but the question is, are we coming out with products that Gen Z are interested in? And it's proven to be on the phone, TikTok, Instagram. They're coming with short form content, vertical form soap operas, which I heard is very popular in China, as a substitute to kind of get that out there. And it's probably going to linger towards social media. Social media show content. You got people making production companies or small time creators who are offering millions of dollars. They pay millions of dollars. They're just big brands now. Are doing short forms content that is easy to access. You ain't really got to pay a dime unless there's some sort of subscription fee through that brand itself. I mean, shoot, you go to almost every Instagram page as a business. They are offering subscriptions to exclusively see their content, uh, which a good chunk of them, I would recommend it because a good chunk of them are doing it for lustful reasons. Being that said, there are ways that how I'm going to say this. Media form has changed. That I will agree. I still go to the theater. It's just I'm more picky on what I go see. Like I saw Eddington, really enjoyed it. I'm not big on TikTok. I'm not big on those other platforms, which unfortunately, at some point, we'll have to adapt to stay relevant in this content creator generation. And these content creators or these gens are adapting to that because they're talking to people that are relating to their interests, to their real life lives. They're being themselves, which hopefully they are, because there's a good chunk of them. I don't necessarily believe it. Being themselves, being who they are, and feels like it's a safe space. There's no preaching around it. There's no, unless there's a propaganda, unless there's something that is being discussed that affects them personally that they can relate to. And usually it's negativity. I just from what I've seen. I mean, I'm trying to avoid certain things online now because it's just negative, 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 negative. Which I mentioned, negativity sells. You don't hear much about the good things. If it's good, it's great. But when it's something that's bad, it creates a very strong reaction and it gets people really talking. Uh, you know, it's something to relate or something to get people to want more. And relatable, relating for them to convince them to want more. And I think that's what Gen Z is grabbing towards more than just your fictional stories you can pretty much see within a month. And then, they're easy to access now. And they're getting more expensive. You ain't got to pay a dime being on TikTok. You ain't got to pay a dime to be on Instagram. You ain't got to pay a dime being on these other uh, social media platforms. Tell you what, I will quit YouTube if I have to pay. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's just people out there being authentic, being themselves that that this generation are relating to. That's it. Because if you have other people from previous generations trying to predict what this generation likes, and they look at that and it feels like it's a parody of themselves and it doesn't feel real to them. It's like that's bullshit. Generational change. Things are changing. Things how people used to do back in the day of changing, and you can't necessarily follow the. And I understand. I actually kind of agree with this because there was a video I saw. You could acknowledge the advice from older generations. You can use it, but you have to use it and adapt it in a way where it's current in the current generation. And I do believe that because doing things the old way is not working, especially now. It's definitely not going to work now 10 years from now. Okay, it's definitely not. I mean, especially with the advancement of technology and where technology is going to go, the next generation is going to adapt more to that. So I believe when that happens, they're going to connect more with the next gen of economic growth. I know I'm not no economist. I'm just putting out there what I think could be the reason why the Hollywood system is failing for the current generation. Um, because you're dealing with people who think they know it all from previous generations and they're doing the same method from back in the day. But if you keep doing that, and if you're not fully sitting down and listening to people in the new generation and telling them what they think they want to know, what they should experience, they're gonna check out. They're gonna check out because they know it's manufactured. There's no heart. There's no passion into it. They just it doesn't feel real to them. They're gonna check out. They're gonna check out. It's just at least that's what I think. Comment below. Let me know if you think I'm pretty much dead wrong. There could be another explanation to it. That's just what I think personally. But let me know in the comment section below, and let me know what's a movie that this current generation, Gen Z, gravitate towards. Like, what's your favorite? What's your favorite movie in the Gen Z era? I know that's kind of weird. Just say that. I have a feeling it is going to be Everything Everywhere All at Once, but that movie was great. But hey, let me know in the comment section below. Oh, actually, wait a minute. There was something else I thought of too, and I forgot. Yeah.